that also brings me on to a topic which affects me personally, is gift aid. So at the moment I gift aid, but how does that affect my personal tax position? And particularly with couples, if one's on a higher rate and one's on a lower rate of tax.
Yeah, so gifting via gift aid is much more tax efficient than obviously gifting without it. But gift aid donations allow you to effectively provide a donation to the charity net of your income tax that would have been paid at the time. So if you make £100 donation, for instance, your tax return, you can then gross this up by the 20% in order to show that you've paid tax at 20% already on that donation. The 20% is received by the additional 20% on top of the £100 is received by the charity. So you make it effectively a larger donation, and that's reflected in your tax position as well. So the way in which individual taxpayers can get their tax relief then at their relevant tax rate is by the increasing of their income tax thresholds, the higher rate of the additional rate thresholds. So you take that £100 gain, for example, gross it up by the 20%, it gets to 125%. And if you're paying tax at, say, 40%, you will eventually get 40% tax relief on that donation by your tax return.
So for a couple, it's quite important to distinguish if one is paying low rate and high rate, because the gift aid should go through that high rate taxpayer to get more relief.
Exactly, yeah. Because if you've got a higher rate taxpayer on one of your spouses is a higher rate taxpayer and potentially you're a basic rate taxpayer, you can just make sure that the donation is made by the higher rate taxpayer in that respect, and obviously make sure that it's put on your tax return as well. Something else that's actually quite interesting is that you can actually carry back donations as well to a previous tax year. So if you do have maybe a previous tax year which you was a higher rate taxpayer, but maybe this year you're a lower rate taxpayer, for instance, the same thing can apply. You can actually elect to carry back the gift aid donation to a previous tax year and potentially get more tax relief that way as well. But you've got to make sure you...
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I was just saying, you've got to make sure you elect for it in the right period of time. Right. So you've got to make sure you elect for it before the tax return for the previous year is actually submitted.